Hello, welcome back to JM Football. This is another draft video, and it's brought to you by Corona Extra. And Jolly Olive is an extra in this video because usually it's Shelfie, but he's out. Jolly's in as a special guest star. Dalton Philly is to my right. I am to your center. Justin Penik and Lucas Diversa is behind the dish, hosting and being our
Have you won one of these?
I think I've won like one or two.
And you've won everything else.
Shelfie may have won one.
So I'm here to throw a wrench in this.
Yeah. Can you tell us what we're doing today?
We are going to be drafting a lineup of quarterbacks. It's going to be the all-time passing yards draft. It's going to be the NFC. So you take a player on a specific team, you get all of their yards for that team. You're going to need to take 2 players per division. As I mentioned before, it's just what teams are currently in what divisions. So if a team moved in the 80s, took a quarterback from the 70s, you'd still be in the division they're in now. Does that all make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, God. I didn't like that. Didn't like that at all.
A lot of places to go. Yeah, I'll keep it simple.
Sure.
I will go Aaron Rodgers, Green Bay Packers.
Okay. Aaron Rodgers with the Green Bay Packers had 59,055 yards. Whoa. That is the fourth best possible answer.
Okay. I don't think I was finding the one.
Second best Packer of all time.
I was hoping for a top 3. Oh, he's not even the best Packer. Great.
Now, I think this is actually a pretty good division to attack first. I'm going to go in the NFC South.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you got to think scarcity.
And I think this guy may be the number one answer.
Yeah.
Drew Brees?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely
Drew Brees is the number one
Well, I want him to win.
answer.
I don't want you to win.
That's a fair point.
We're not even through one round.
That's
I
right.
have not picked, and the
Sabotage.
collusion's already happened.
Yes.
Unreal.
He had 68,000 yards for
More
the
than
New
my
Orleans
guy.
Saints.
More than mine. By 9,000.
Good math.
Thank
Good
you.
math. I'm going to go with the other Green Bay Packer quarterback, Brett Favre.
Brett Favre.
Wow.
Favre.
Dalton drafting the all bad guy team.
Drew Brees was on Ellen.
Made me laugh. Okay, Brett Favre has the second most yards of any NFC quarterback.
So 1 and 2.
He had 61,655 yards.
So it's almost like I went third.
It's kind of except you don't get the wraparound.
Yeah.
Fucked.
And do you know what? Penik, I like your shirt. What?
I love training camp fights.
Jay Cutler?
Where is that from?
It originated with Talking Giants, but it really could, if you just like training camp fights, you can buy it as an NFL fan.
Daniel
Well,
Jones.
speaking of talking Giants, I'm going to go with the third best Manning brother, Eli Manning.
Upset you didn't save him for me.
I disagree on his ranking within your Mannings, but he is a great answer. He had 57,000 yards. That is the most by any NFC East quarterback.
I like that Bill Belichick was nice to Eli Manning on that Manning cast.
They're all nice to
Yeah,
each
they're
other.
so funny.
It's nice.
They have a
I
lot of
like it
respect
lot.
for each other.
I like when great competitors have respect for each other.
I think the NFC South is going to be a tough division to, get
Are
good
you
guys.
doubling up there?
I'm going to double up.
Don't.
And I'm going to go with Matt Ryan.
Fuck!
Of
That
the
was actually my
Atlanta
next
Falcons.
That is the best player still on the
pick.
board.
That was my next pick.
He is also the third best possible answer overall. He had 59,735 yards.
That is devastating.
The top 2 NFC South seasons are off the board.
So I'm gonna rip him, and we'll see what happens, right? Or do I go with your theory and get a South QB?
I feel decent about the rest of these divisions.
I have nothing for Tampa Bay besides Jameis, and I don't really want to take Jameis.
Josh Freeman.
But this is
Don't say answers.
This is passing yards, not total yards. This is not going to be high on the list, but I'm going to get an NFC South quarterback, and I'm going to take Cam Newton with the Panthers.
Cam Newton of the Panthers is the number 3 NFC South quarterback.
Okay,
so
cool.
If you're going for scarcity, you're correct. There is a pretty crazy drop-off from 2 to 3. A 30,000-yard drop-off.
Well, I really wanted Matt Ryan.
He had 29,725 yards. Hey, that is the third best. If you want to get a NFC South quarterback, well, there's still a few.
And then I think I'm just going to not take another one until my final pick. I think that's what I'm going to do. Now I'm just trying to think of guys that were in one place for a while, not necessarily guys that were prolific passers. I have 2 East names that I like. Just doing a quick scan. There's also, there's a longtime Seahawk who was never terrific, but he was good. He's a good quarterback.
Good young quarterback.
Ever won an MVP?
No.
No?
No.
Right, no, he never did.
No, he did not.
I really want to take this guy. I think he'll come back to me.
Mm.
Tony Romo, Cowboys.
Tony
Good pick.
Romo, Cowboys is definitely a good pick.
Yeah.
That is the second best NFC East player
Good.
behind Eli Manning. He had 34,183 yards.
I think that's an okay round.
yes.
You'll
I
take
think that's
that.
an okay round.
You
The
got
numbers might not indicate that, but I think that's an okay round.
You got the best player available in both of the divisions that you did. So
Cool.
Yep.
can't really do much better than that.
I agree. Justin Pemblick.
Now, where do I want to go?
Home.
I
He's
like,
having a good time.
I'm having a good day. I'm having a good time.
you're having a good time.
Please don't lie. Oh, I'm going to get flagged. They used the gun prop. That's 15 yards. Forgot about that.
I dare you
no.
to take a Saint.
I can't.
No, I'm not you.
I might.
Oh,
You already took one.
I mean, we could also just take a saint of a person.
Brett Favre already got taken.
It-
This
Wow.
isn't Detroit, man. This is the Super Bowl.
this isn't the Super Bowl.
Detroit, Green Bay, Minnesota, Chicago.
Don't you fucking dare.
Yeah.
You stay away.
I would.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah.
I would maybe like
Yeah.
Do it.
Matthew Stafford
Yeah.
Okay, good.
and his
Yeah.
Lions
Who are you thinking of?
years.
Well, my name's not as good, but it's fun.
Matthew Stafford, by the way.
Probably the best remaining answer, right?
Matthew Stafford is, let's see if he's the best remaining
Has to be.
answer. He is the best
Yeah.
remaining answer and the third best possible NFC North quarterback. He had 45,109 yards.
That would have been nice to have here. That's okay.
He has more than Romo in his. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Dude,
Do you not
he was
realize
just
this guy's
putting up big numbers there.
This guy, 5,000 yard passer,
Just empty
consistent
game after
4,000.
empty game.
Yeah. It was awesome. Besides, once he went to the Rams, then he
Well,
had
Dallas had
and
a really good
Romo
running
was
game.
like 27 when he starting.
Yeah, it's true.
Like Stafford was first overall pick. He was
Played
a starter
right away, got hurt.
I didn't know Romo was that old when he started starting.
Whoa! Before we get back to the video, we got to talk about Corona because today's trivia is sponsored by Corona. You know what I always try to be? A fan that never loses. And my football team, you know they don't win every single week, but even when they lose, I'm still loving the game because there's always something to cheer for. And the best beer to pair with awesome moments, that's Corona. That's right. Corona is all about finding the max amount of joy within every single moment of the game, win or lose, at home or on the road. So cheers to everyone who loves the game beyond the scoreboard. Corona, for the fans who never lose, get yours at ordercorona.com. You'll be glad you did.
No one's taken a West quarterback yet?
No one.
Well, that's funny you say that.
ahead.
Segue. Mr. Unlimited is going to go on my team.
Okay.
Longtime Seattle guy. I'll take Russell Wilson.
If he's going to be more than Romo, I'm going to be upset.
He'll be 40. No, I'll say 35.
Russell Wilson is the number one NFC West quarterback. He had 37,059 yards.
Okay. So I thought of 3 names. I picked the worst one, unfortunately.
I should take a Bears quarterback because they've had lots of good quarterbacks in their day.
What the hell was that? Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler. Jay
could do
Cutler.
that.
You could. It wouldn't be awful. He was
When
there
I
a
was
while.
younger, I thought his name was Jake.
Oh, it makes sense.
Jay
Jay Cutler.
That's
Cutler.
not true. I don't know. I just
But it kind of makes sense.
I would have
Anywho,
believed it. You should have ran with it.
I'm going to go with Donovan McNabb of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay, so that was one of my 2 names that I wanted. So fuck you, man.
jeez.
Sorry,
calm
sorry,
down.
sorry,
Are you sure
sorry.
you don't want Donovan McNabb on the Redskins?
Redskins.
Whoa, just take it easy, man.
Whoa.
Whoa,
easy.
just take it easy,
Whoa.
man. Drake Bell.
Donovan McNabb is the number one Eagle available. He had 32,873 yards for them. That is the 5th best NFC East season.
How come it's not Nick Foles?
I don't know the full extent of this guy's career.
Daniel Jones.
Oh, he knows that career.
Dante Culpepper.
That's my next pick.
In my brain, it's like I think he has more passing yards than Kirk Cousins as a Viking.
I'm sad. He definitely does.
So I'll say Dante Culpepper for the Minnesota Vikings.
He does not have more
Yeah,
passing yards.
that
than
was the
Kirk
old
Cousins
trick,
for the
yeah.
Minnesota
Really?
Vikings.
He's bounced around. He had a couple teams, but Lucas?
There's still NFC North on the board, so I won't tell you how many Kirk Cousins had. But he had 20,162.
That's pretty good.
All right.
That is so he only played 6 seasons there.
But it was like 4 of them were amazing.
4 of them were
Yeah, well,
amazing.
The 2000 season.
He had 2 seasons where he didn't get 3,000 yards there. So just between those, that's a tough one. That's very big for you other two because you needed a lesser pick.
Yeah.
From Justin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I want him to win.
The 2000 year was Randall Cunningham. It wasn't even a.
Oh,
I hate
right,
this.
of course.
I hate this.
Yeah,
so
you just
much.
gave him a name.
But
I don't. He's not there a while.
He doesn't have more yards than Dante Culpepper.
Or it's similar.
This isn't since 2000.
No, this isn't.
Okay, you mentioned the 2000 season, so I wanted
No,
to
but I knew
specify.
that. But I knew the Vikings were very.
He
good in
knows
2000.
everything, dude.
Okay.
Did you know?
I don't know it.
He
Stop.
knows everything.
Because now people are going to run with that.
Don't you bark at me. How dare you?
It's been a very barky episode from everyone over here.
No, come on.
Golly.
I've been
Have
very
fun.
quiet.
I've been calm. I've been super calm.
Okay, let's pick, guys.
That's I'm thinking. I lost both my picks. I mean, like, he's there a while. I don't like it. No, fuck that. Just give me a Kurt Warner, Rams.
So Kurt Warner did not spend a ton of time with the Rams. It was really notable, but he only played 2 full seasons.
That sucks.
One with 11 games and then a few like 6 games, 2 games, whatever. So he only had 14,447
Fuck.
yards there.
That's way less than I thought.
Thanks
a lot for taking on Dante Culpepper.
I mean,
Not
it
that much more.
It wasn't a
honestly.
great. It wasn't that
Both
much more.
weren't the
It wasn't
best
a great pick.
picks.
Yeah, that was a great pick by good picks by you,
Shut up.
Penik. Okay, I won't compliment people anymore. You know what? I'm gonna pull Penik. I'm not speaking the rest of the episode.
Wow.
Boo.
Carson Palmer's time as
He
a
sees
Cardinal
the win.
is brief. Palmer
Say
would
he
be a good
sees
pick.
the wind like Dale Earnhardt Sr.
You can't see wind. Fun fact.
You can't. Dale Earnhardt Sr. saw the
You can't
air.
see the wind.
Yes, he did. He
No.
saw air.
You can see the win.
You can't see the wind.
Phil
Lucas, yes, you
Sims,
can.
Giants.
Hell yeah.
Yes. No, I wanted him.
I don't
Is
care.
a really good pick. Phil
Shit.
Sims is one of those
33.
33,000ers.
Shit.
The most yards of any remaining NFC East quarterback. He had 33,462.
It's not good.
Kurt Warner let me down a little bit.
That's not good.
Let me down a little bit.
I mean, at least you're playing defense. At least he didn't take him.
I have 2 East quarterbacks.
Are we? Can we get a standings update, or did
Yeah.
Jolly have too many?
Jolly has one more than
Yeah.
you do.
Okay.
So,
First time? Sorry.
Should I, you want me to go?
yeah, you should go after Dalton.
All right. I'm gonna do Joe Montana.
Joe Montana is the best remaining
What team?
player.
The
Chiefs?
49ers.
Well, he only played for one NFC team.
Chiefs?
So Joe Montana with the 49ers had 35,124 yards. That is the second best NFC West season. You guys now have gotten the entire best lineup.
Woo! We did it. We did it. We did it. Yay! Do you know what? I got to play a little defense because Jolly's going to take this guy, and I got to take him. It's not a good answer, but give me Jameis Winston with the Bucks. I got to take him.
I should have done that over Warner.
Got to
honestly.
take him now.
Jameis Winston of the Bucks
Is it 20?
He's the third best remaining NFC
wow.
South. It's the sixth best overall. He had 19,737 yards.
Had to do it now.
Yeah, you had to get it south.
Had to get it just so I have only one more to think about later. Just get in the head. Lucas, before I go, did you want to give us an update? Thanks.
So in third place with 171,000 yards, we have Jolly Olive.
But how far off the lead?
You are 57,000 off.
Yeah.
That's a lot of yards.
A lot of yards.
That is, it's a decent amount of
A lot.
yards.
A lot of yards.
Listen, I'm a fill-in.
One of them makes a big mistake. It's tough to make that big of a mistake in this one, but you never know.
Never say die, Lucas.
In second place with 208,000 yards, 20,000 off of the lead, we have Dalton Feely.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And
A
then
sizable
leading
lead,
us
yeah.
up. Hopefully, we don't have too many more
man.
Culpeppers. We have Justin Penik with 228,000.
No pressure.
I love that I'm the heel in this video from you three, but the comments get mad at him and not
What
me.
comments? What comments?
All right. I am taking a current player just to get me through the rain still, Kyler Murray.
Kyler
He
Murray.
might be the best.
It's 20.
Cardinal.
It's going to be like 20-something K. It's not going to be a lot. Just
That was really good defense by you.
Kyler Murray is the third best Cardinal. He's
Drew
somewhere
Stanton.
like 12th best NFC West.
Yeah.
He had 19,498 yards.
He's the third best
So
Cardinal,
does that
you
mean-
said?
they don't have a lot of historic passers. It's not going to be by much.
So the guy I was thinking of has more? But yeah, I thought he wasn't there that long.
Palmer, no. It's not going to be that much.
Because he's mostly
If it's him,
Bengals.
good for him.
He's mostly Bengals.
And I
played
can't
there for a
double
little
up.
bit.
I can't double up.
So I did the Kyler pick, Lucas, because I knew for a fact that he can't take a Niner quarterback, and Seattle's a tough history.
There's somebody in the West that I feel like we're missing that's like a Hall of Fame quarterback. That
It was Joe Montana.
No, there's another one.
Well,
There's
But
another Niner.
I can't
there's
take
another
him.
Niner. I
All right,
just
I'll
don't
take
know.
him.
Yeah,
You take him.
You take him.
I'll take him.
You should. I mean, not to.
Yeah, you should take yeah. Okay.
Now here's the thing.
We're all talking about Alex Smith, right?
Now here's the thing. Jake Plummer was a Cardinal.
Don't
Don't
do
no. I don't think he had more passing yards. He said he's the third card. That's what I'm. Who's the other two?
I don't want you guys to get too hung up on who the first two, because it's possible.
I'm just genuinely curious.
It's possible you've never heard of them. It's possible you have, but it's also possible you
Ryan
have.
Lindley.
All right, you're done in the West.
Ryan Lindley.
You're done in the West. I'm done in the North. You need another West, so I need to make
I'm
sure that I
taking
get the
my
West.
last West next.
All right, so I need to take somebody in the West. Matt Hasselbeck.
Yeah, that's just who I would have done.
Matt Hasselbeck is the second best
Yeah.
Seahawk ever, so right behind Russell
I think
Wilson.
this is the best you could have done.
That's
here.
the sixth best NFC West season, not season player. He had 29,434
Yeah, that
yards.
Yeah.
He was there for a little while. He wasn't bad either. I mean,
Respect Mike Holmgren.
Oh, Mike Holmgren's great. I didn't respect Matt Hasselbeck.
Steve Young, Niners.
Steve Young for the Niners. He had 500 more yards than Matt Hasselbeck. He had 29,907.
Cool.
That is the third best 49er ever.
Okay, I think I'm going to go north here because South is just going to be shit either way. No offense, NFC South. But also, like, a little bit of offense.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Minnesota, I wanted Culpepper. I'm thinking maybe. So I'm between Captain Kirk and Captain Cutlets. Not sure what I want to do. Cutler, I think, definitely has a longer
I thought you were talking about Tommy
stay. No, get your head out of Giants land. Cutler's there for a while with Chicago. I want to say like 6-ish years. So he has that, but I think Cousins is just a better player in a shorter window. I'll go Kirk Cousins, Vikings.
Kirk Cousins with the Vikings had 23,265 yards.
The difference wasn't that big.
That's the third best Viking.
The difference between Culpepper and Cousins wasn't as egregious as I thought.
The third best Viking. Culpepper was 2?
Culpepper wasn't in the top 3.
Wow. So he missed 1 and 2.
Old. Trust me.
I can tell you, he's
I got it.
But I watched a documentary
can I
on the
say
history
it?
of the Vikings.
he's still got an NFC
I'm
North.
not taking him.
Okay, then he's not taking him.
Fran Tarkenton?
No.
Fran Tarkenton.
I got a different name.
Come on, take Fran Tarkenton.
Well, I can't say it.
It's your turn.
Oh.
Yeah,
well,
but he has 2 NFC North quarterbacks.
Way to go.
All right.
Well,
so
Fran Tarkenton was a Giant briefly, but
Yeah.
in the
don't
East,
take him.
In the East, I'm going Troy Aikman. I think he has more passing yards than Dak Prescott.
Troy Aikman
30.
does have more passing yards than Dak Prescott
32.
by 1,500 yards. So it's
Okay.
it's close, but he is the best of remaining NFC East. He had 32,942 yards.
Did you say 32?
I did.
You're
a freak.
You're a fucking freak, bro.
Get a job.
Thank you.
Get a job.
The North. So I have a Green Bay, so it's Detroit, Chicago, or Minnesota.
He took McNabb.
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I could do Goff, but it's not going to be a lot. Because he got traded in 2020, going into 21. So it's 4 years. That'll be about like 1,700. No, it's too much. Like
Who is gonna be
1,600.
South quarterback. Come on.
Chicago, Justin Fields would be very funny. I could honestly do Jay Cutler. I'll go fun name. I'm going to go. I have made a joke about not taking a Bears quarterback, but I'm going to do it, so I'm biting my tongue. I'm taking Jay Cutler.
Yay.
Yay,
What
Jay
about-
Cutler. What? Were you going to say something?
Was Vinny? No, Testaverde was never an NFC quarterback, was he? Or was he only AFC?
I can't answer that question. Jay Cutler had.
Well,
It's funny that you were debating between Kirk Cousins and Jay
Were they the
Cutler
same?
because they have a 180-yard difference between them. Jay Cutler is the number 1 Bear. He had 23,443 yards.
I should have done Rex Grossman just for you, but your guy.
I'm going to say he's probably less.
Way
I'd say
less.
If I had to guess. You know.
Way less. And then, okay, you know what? I took one Manning. I'm doing 2, Lucas. Give me Mr. Manning from the New Orleans Saints.
Archie Manning from the Saints
Wow.
is the second best possible Saint, so
Wow.
right behind Drew Brees. He's the second best NFC South player still on the board
Wow.
with 21,734 yards.
You
Big-
have that many?
He played there forever.
He
They
played-
just,
yeah.
they
just were
lost.
awful.
And he was like
shit
the
kicked out of him.
only player
Yeah.
on the team.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
He got the shit kicked out of him for his whole career. All right, so there's Randall Cunningham, there's Joe Theismann, there's Doug Williams.
I always forget how long Doug was with Washington.
I don't know. Again,
I don't think it was as long as we think.
We talked about this in another trivia video. You like, there's really good players on those
Washington
Joe Gibbs
teams.
Washington teams, but you really just don't remember a lot of them. Like Theismann, you remember because he broke his leg in half, and probably
Who was
gonna
it?
wind up taking
Theismann, Rippon, and Williams who won the Super Bowl with
Those
the
are
Washington?
the three, yeah.
Yeah.
Riggins, right?
Well, he was
Or
the running
running
back.
back.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go Joe Theismann for Washington. even though his
Interesting,
career
okay.
was cut short.
Joe Theismann had the most yards of any of the quarterbacks that you just mentioned.
Whoa, good call.
He is the most of any Washington quarterback ever.
Nice.
Wow.
The third
Good
best
pick.
possible NFC East still on the board. He had
30?
25,206 yards.
All right.
Great draft by you.
Fantastic draft.
That was,
All right.
that was a beaut.
I got a question for you. This number's not going to be good, but it's NFC South. It doesn't really matter. Was Jeff Garcia a buck?
I
he
think
was.
so.
Then I'm going to take Jeff Garcia.
Well, let
That's
me
my
double
buck.
check first. He's not
Who
on
was-
my list.
Who was the starting quarterback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the 2007 wildcard matchup where the New York Football Giants went to Tampa Bay and defeated
It
them?
was Jeff Garcia.
Jeff Garcia. Who was the head coach? John Gruden.
He was a Pro Bowler that year, but he only spent 2 seasons there.
Right.
Yeah.
10,
They went
9,
maybe like 10
8,
and 6.
7, 6. Okay.
5,152 yards for Jeff Garcia in his time in Tampa
Should
Bay.
have just picked Chris Sims.
Hell
so he had
yes.
both.
In third place with 229,000 yards,
I thought I did okay.
87,000 off of the lead, we have Jolly Olive.
Fucking Kurt Warner.
Jeff Garcia, too.
Well, yeah.
The end,
that was
yeah.
the punt.
In second place with 273,000 yards, 43,000 off the lead, we have Dalton Feely. And then we have a wire-to-wire beatdown. He needed
Wow.
it. Justin Penik, he had 316,000 total yards. The best lineup from the NFC East, it's Eli Manning with 57,000 and Tony Romo with 34. From the North, it's Brett Favre with 62, and it's Matt Stafford with 45. Rodgers doesn't count because you can't take 2 Packers.
Matthew.
Matthew Stafford. Sorry.
He gets
The
very offended.
South,
Trevor Plouffe texts me every time. If I accidentally say Matt
I'm
or
so
tweet
sick
out
of
Matt,
It's Matthew.
Trevor Plouffe texts me Matthew.
Okay, I'm glad you corrected, man. The South is Drew Brees with 68,000, and is it Matt or Matthew Ryan?
Matt Ryan.
Okay, it's 59,700 from him. Then Russell Wilson and Joe Montana in the West.
That's what won him the draft. He got Ryan and Brees. In
Double the South.
Yeah.
He's a big Southern boy.
And there's a 30,000 drop off after those two.
Yeah.
Okay, so the best remaining from the NFC East, Dak Prescott had 31,000. Ron Jaworski from the Eagles had 27,000. And then Randall Cunningham
24.
also from the
Oh,
Eagles
right.
had 23,000. From the NFC North, you missed the number 1 Viking, Fran Tarkenton,
Yep.
who had 33,000.
I was joking. It was him?
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
awesome.
Tommy Kramer from the Vikings with 24,000, and then Bart Starr from the Packers with 24,000.
People love Bart Starr.
People love Bart Starr. From the South, the best remaining is a Falcon. Steve Bartkowski had 23,000, followed by Jake Delhomme with 19, and Aaron
Right.
Brooks with 19.
Aaron Brooks.
Vinny
Oh,
Testaverde
Testaverde.
and Tom Brady were the next 2.
What about Michael Vick?
Buccaneers.
Nah.
Passing
Really?
yards, I guess.
I
just
should have
wasn't that-
taken Brady's Bucks years. I just-
Brady's Bucks years. He played 3 years there, but he got 6,000 yards one
yeah.
of those years.
Yeah.
And then from the West, the third best possible season, the number 1 Cardinal, Jim Hart with 35,000
old.
yards. The number 2 49er is John Brody with 31,000 yards.
Also old.
And then Dave Krieg from the Seahawks had 26.
That's right, Dave Krieg.
Everyone knows
Long time
about
Dave
that.
Krieg.
Great drafts. That's
Great
fun.
draft.
everyone.
Great
I hope you'll have me back.
Yes, I had
had
a
fun.
strategy.
You've been banned.
I had
Sorry,
a
Jolly.
strategy.
Did you hear how I said, I hope you'll have me back? And then he said, yes, I have a strategy.
strategy.
Agenda right there. That's
Was your
agenda
strategy
talk.
to have Jolly in the video?
No,
so
my
you
strategy was is that I
Agenda.
figured the NFC South would be thin. It was.
Yeah.
Got out of the way. Execute. That's how I've effed myself on some prior drafts.
You
I-
love effing yourself.
I didn't want to say fucked. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Peace.